So this is section 3.2 Certify, and I'm going to go to Hawk's Learning here. And here's 3.2 Truth Tables. Okay. Then we're going to start Certify. Okay, the first one asks us, which of the following is not a mathematical statement? So a mathematical statement is something that's either factual or it's not. First one says, I am driving 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. That would be a mathematical statement, okay, because you would know how fast you're going. The second says, this milk has no chocolate in it. Again, that would be a statement. Your milk has chocolate or it doesn't. The third is, my boyfriend is taller than I am. Again, that's a statement. It's either true or it's not true. And 23 is the coolest basketball jersey. That would be an opinion. So that is not a statement. On the next one, choose the term that is defined in the given statement. A and B are two statements such that A or B is a compound statement which will always be true unless both, try to see, statements are false. So let's take a few notes here. So we have something called, we have conjunctions and we have disjunctions. A conjunction is an or statement, A or B, okay? Now, when you have a conjunction, and you have a truth table, the way we always line up our truth tables is for the first column, A, we have half-true statements, half-false statements. B alternates with true, false, true, false. And if you go through the learn portion of your assignment, you would encounter these truth tables. So a conjunction is only false if you have two false statements. Otherwise, it's true. It's an or statement. It's kind of, I like to call it more of an and or statement. This or that or both. Like say if with and or statements, kind of like when you get a Christmas list from your kid, you know, you tell them, yeah, thank you, I'll probably get you something. I'll get you at least something off your list. If you get them everything, then they're really happy. So or is only false if both statements are false. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start. If I have a false or a false statement, I get a false statement. So think of if statement A is false, statement B is false, and it's connected with or, then I have a false statement. So or is only false one time. That's called our conjunction. I'm going to go back to Certify. This is a conjunction or disjunction. Gosh darn it, I messed this up. Disjunction. Conjunction is and. Silly me. Disjunction. I must have been thinking of the conjunction and grammar. Disjunction. So let me fix that for you. Disjunctions only false for two false statements. Now, if I screw this up, at least it gives me a second chance. Now, another thing you can do is you can open up another tab and open up practice, and then you can find like a similar question on there. And here's another one. Which one is a mathematical statement? Chocolate milkshakes are delicious. That's an opinion. My boyfriend is taller than me. That's a statement. Don't get behind the wheel if you don't know how to drive. And another opinion. And 20 is a lucky jersey. That's an opinion. Okay. Use the given examples to write the compound statement of not A or B in words. Oh, wait. Not A or B. We had something like this before. But now we see what looks like a B. This represents or. Not A or B. So I have A is it is my birthday. So not A is it is not my birthday. Or I received a cake. Truth table. Now this is called, if you see, let me see here, I have, okay, let's go back to this. Now, this is called, let me write this, or statements are called disjunctions. And statements are called conjunctions. Conjunctions are only true if both statements are true. A disjunction is only false if both statements are false, otherwise it's true. Conjunction is only true if both statements are true, otherwise it's false. So with a conjunction, it's like making a lot of promises, kind of like saying your vows. You know, I just use the word and in there. So I'm going to go back here. And we're just looking at the last column. We have the column for not M. We have the column for M or N. Now, the row in which, and if you can kind of try to ignore the first two columns, just look at the not M column and the M or N column. The only time it is false is if I see, oh no, the only time it's true is if I see two true statements. And statements are false if there is at least one false statement. So you have to have two true statements to make a true statement. Now, though, if this is a tautology, then everything on the last column would be true, but that's not the case. That is not a tautology. Okay, now this is another truth state table. We have A is true, true, false, false. So not A would be false, false, true, true. Not A implies B. So this one is a little tricky. Implication. If a true statement implies a false statement, it's false, otherwise true. And okay, so for or is only false if you have true, false statements. Otherwise, it's true. Conjunction, both have to be true. Now with an implication, that's only false if a true statement implies a false statement. It's kind of like telling your kid, hey, if you clean up your room then I'll give you $10. And then they clean up their room, but they don't get $10, then they're upset because you broke your promise to them. Conjunction, that's kind of like when you say your vows, you have to do everything on the list. A disjunction's like saying, okay, I'll get at least something on this Christmas list. Maybe I'll get everything, who knows? And so if I have not A, it implies B. If a false implies a true, then actually that would be a false statement. It seems kind of weird, but it would be kind of like it, say your kid doesn't clean their room and but you give them $10 anyway, then they're not, oh, that's a true statement. Then they're not upset. Two false statements is a true statement. Two truths make a true statement. A true implying a false is false. So the implications are a little tricky on that. And, you know, but the order has to matter. And then on the next one, oh my, this one's even bigger. So we have not Q. My Q column is true, true, false, false. True, true, false, false. So that would be false, false, true, true, false, false, true, true. P or not Q. So remember, or is only false if we have two false statements. On the first line, P is true, Q is false. So that would be true. Next line, P is true, not Q is false, another true. So if you have at least one true statement with an or, you have a true statement. So these are, the first four are true because P's are always true. Now we have a false or false. So that would be false, false, and then we have a true and a true here. And then the implication, the P or not Q, if a true implies a false, we have a false statement. Otherwise true. I definitely go through the practice on this because there's tutors and hints on that. Oh no, I don't want to accept a strike. Let me look at this. Okay, well, hey, they gave me an easier problem. Wow, well, maybe. Okay, A or B, true. Okay, so we have a false statement when there are two false statements. True, 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 true. A or B implies C. True implies true. True implies false. Maybe I said it backwards on that last example. But true implies a false, it's false. And the implications are really easy to get turned around. True, if the true, here's what I'm looking at right here. T implies F. A or B, if that's true, and it implies a false. Otherwise, we have a true statement. Here's another true, false. False implies true is true. Okay. T implies F. T implies F is false. T, true. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, all right, that's that one. That one's a little harder than the first section, but yeah, if you screwed up, don't accept the strike. You might really want to look at practice because that has a tutor option for you.